Welcome to the Breadwinner Energy Podcast. I'm your host, T. Daniels, wife, mama of two girls, multi-business owner, iced coffee connoisseur, and your official bad bitch mentor. Get ready to transform your boring business into a money-making machine by learning how to just be better at being you. No more playing by the rules. It's time to hone in on your gifts, turn up your energy, and make some serious cash. So grab your coffee, your headphones, or just cover your child's ears, and let's dive in. Welcome back to another episode of the Breadwinner Energy Podcast. Oh my gosh, you guys, I am so excited because this marks the first episode in our new series. I am doing a podcast series from now through the end of the year, which is all about getting clients, why you're not getting them, how to get them, from lead gen to content to social media to your actual business model to your offers to your messaging and authority. I am covering it all. We just wrapped up 2 weeks ago? Yeah, we just wrapped up our Get Clients on Repeat Without Social Media series. I did a 3-day live workshop, which was incredible. And you can still get access to that series. It is now in the form of a mini course that you have to purchase. So the link will be down below for that. But over the next, we have like 6 weeks, I believe, I'll be dropping 6 to 7 episodes all about getting clients. And I'm very, very excited because this is my actual process that I use in all of my programs. So we're going to do a little breakdown here of my programs, what's for you, what program is what, because I think for me, I obviously know my programs really well. My students do, but if you're new here or if you've just started listening or if you have no idea who I am, sometimes it's hard to understand like a coach and their programs and all the things they offer and which one is the best for you. So we're going to do a quick breakdown of those offers. And then you can fit yourself in where necessary, and you can jump into offers immediately. You can get on wait lists and you can start immediately getting clients based on wherever you are. So I have a process in my business. I have many processes. Like I live for strategies. I live for processes. Like I cannot work with coaches or really anyone who does not have a process, like just the way my brain works. So I need to understand the process. So I'm going to break down those processes for you because again, that's the way my brain works. And I just think it's easier that way for clients. So let's start with a single offer I have is for women who are ready to be big and bold and fierce in your life and in your business. And you don't consider yourself a side hustler. You don't consider yourself a hobbyist. You consider yourself a business owner who's here to run a real business. Is offer bootcamp. So this is the first offer of what I'm telling you guys about where you can actually get coaching. This is the program. It's a 12-month hybrid program, meaning it's group, but you get one-to-one feedback. So in the group calls, you can get one-to-one coaching. Weekly in Slack, you can get one-to-one coaching and feedback, but this program helps you create, launch, and sell your signature high-ticket offer. So if you are not crystal clear about your signature offer, you have not niched down, you don't have a clear process and framework, you do not have clear program promise, your messaging needs cleaned up, your content's not clear, this is the program that you would want to start with. And the reason being is because I have a belief, and this is what I teach in every single thing in my business, is that your signature high ticket offer dictates the rest of your business, from your content and where you show up and how you show up, to your freebies, to your lead gen strategies. It literally dictates everything. This one core offer builds your high ticket and your low ticket offers. It builds your suite. It builds literally every single thing in your business. So Offer Bootcamp would be the perfect place to start. If you do not have a very, very clear high ticket signature offer, you don't actually feel good about your signature offer. Maybe it's like you haven't gotten niched and micro specific in there, but also maybe you're not clear in your messaging or your content. This would be the place for you. It's 12 months. You can do a one-time payment of $5,000 or a 12-month payment plan of $447. Now, if you're listening to this like way in the future, this could change, maybe not. But we do change pricing as we are in demand. But as of now, that is the price of the program. My third program is the Coach School. This is my OG program, 12 months hands-on coaching. It is more hands-on than the Offer Bootcamp because it is a $10,000 investment, because this program is meant for you if you want to hit 6 figures, and more specifically 6 figures in 10 hours a week with no paid ads and little to no social media, or you don't have to rely on social media, meaning we give you strategies that don't require social media while also telling you how to push people and use your social media in a different way. So you get to choose how much you do or don't spend on social media in this program. This has a lot of hands-on coaching. We have at least 4 group coaching calls per month, but this program is the only thing you need to take your business to 6 figures. Like, we give you every single thing you need and what you don't need. And we don't focus on ads. We don't focus on chasing trends. We focus on sustainability so that you can create 6 figures over and over and over again once you've dove into this program. Again, that it's one payment of 10K or 12 payments of 888. And this is the 3-step method that we use is your life first business approach, which I'm going to talk about more today. Your scalable offer suite from low ticket to high ticket. So we focus on all types of offers. We focus on upselling, downselling, so you know exactly what kind of offers to create so that you're not leaving money on the table. So that's why it's really, really important that you've already built your signature offer and Offer Bootcamp, because we are going to be past that once you get into coach school. We talk about like low ticket, pop-up offers, one-time offers, teaching it live versus it being evergreen or self-paced. We talk about courses and VIP days. It's literally every single kind of offer we go over, because we allow our students to choose like what is the best business model for you. What is the life that you want to live? What's the type of business that you want to have based on that life first business approach that we teach. And then once you've built your offer suite, or we have a game plan for what the offer suite will look like, then we focus on non-social lead generation. It is so incredibly important to have strategies for lead gen. And I see thousands of coaches missing this one strategy, which is hindering your business from getting clients. Because if you don't have a lead gen strategy, you're just posting and creating content, but you don't have new eyes or fresh eyes on your content consistently, it's going to be really hard to sign clients, or it'll be at this point where you have signed clients, but then you kind of quote unquote run out. You've burned out your entire audience because you're not getting new leads in the door. So many of you are just posting and praying and throwing up posts and just hoping, that someone ends up buying from you. And that's not a real strategy. So we're going to give you actual lead gen strategies, from Pinterest to collaborations to pitching yourself to bundles and summits, from not only being in other people's, but hosting them yourself if you want to. And then we talk about sales and growth strategy. So DM sales, consult calls, selling through content, how to show up on social media, how to get people to your social media. If you're going to have a podcast, how to get people to your podcast. And we're going to cover all of these things this series, but that's what the coach school covers in depth. So it's the only strategies you need for 6 figures, and then we leave out all the shit that you don't need. We have at least 4 monthly group coaching calls. We have a Slack channel where we are coaching you one-to-one every single week. You have a self-paced portal. You have live workshops every single quarter. And of course, you get access to the Offer Bootcamp. You get access to the membership, and then all of our courses, classes, and mini courses included in your enrollment. So I'm going to link all of the offers I have down below so that you can look through them yourself. Coach school only opens 3 times a year. We take a limited amount of students because I personally one-to-one coach every student that comes into this program. So we take a limited amount because of how much coaching it requires, because it's so in-depth. The Offer Bootcamp is also me. I coach in every single offer that I have. However, with Offer Bootcamp, the process is more streamlined. So you have your self-paced portal, you go through the portal, you learn it, you bring it to coaching, and you get coached on the actual process. It's a very seamless process to step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is exactly how you build your offer. This is how you niche down. This is how you decide how long it should be, or open, close card, or how to price it. This is how you build a signature framework and how you do program promise. This is how you do your onboarding. This is how you do your landing page and your sales page and your content. Like, all of that is in your portal, and then you come get coached on it. So it's a little bit different, where with coach school, there's a little bit more individualization, where there's going to be some students who are building different types of offers or different types of offer suites, or maybe they're picking and choosing from the lead gen strategies. And so while there is a self-paced component in every single offer we have, coach school is just a lot more hands-on coaching, where it's a little more individualized. So With that being said, the coach school could be open or closed based on when you're listening to this. And so if it is closed, you'll want to join the wait list. They get early access to join. They get extra special bonuses that the other people do not get. Or if the enrollment is open, you could just join right away. The last offer I have is the Breadwinner Energy Mastermind. This mastermind is 6 to 9 months long, depending on what I feel like. And we only run it one time per year. It typically starts in January and it goes through the summer, the fall, and we take limited, very, very limited spots. For 2025, we only took 8 spots. And for the next year, because we'll enroll at the end of 2025 for 2026, we'll likely take no more than 10 to 12 people into this mastermind, because every single student in the mastermind gets one-to-one calls with me, one-to-one Zoom sessions with me. So of course, this is it's very limited. It's very high level. And the mastermind is for women who've already broke 6-figure years in their business and they're ready for multi-6-figure years. You have already built a business that works and you're ready to pour gasoline on a fire, right? You're ready to go to this next level. A lot of the things we talk about is like operating at a higher level. A lot of what we do is like your funnels, the technical pieces of your funnels, creating an offer that is really, really scalable, possibly without you or very limited with you. Or we talk about raising your prices. We talk about hiring. We talk about having a refined sales and strategy. We talk about creating systems that work for this next level, because sometimes when we build a business for 6 figures, that worked to get to 6 figures, but not always to get to multi-6 or 7 figures. So I will link all of the offers down below. Take a look and fill yourself in. If you don't have a signature offer, start with Offer Bootcamp. If you're not even ready for that process, a high ticket signature offer, start with the membership. If you've already built a signature offer, you're ready for 6 figures, go to Coach School. If you've already hit 6 figures, you're ready for multi-6, join the waitlist for the mastermind. Okay, let's get into today's episode. Today's episode is the number one thing that your business model is missing and why you're not actually getting clients. And to be honest, you shouldn't even be worried about clients at this point if you have not done this number one thing that I teach in Coach School. It is the most critical part of business that I think a lot of newer or under 6-figure earners overlook, or they don't have like a very, very clear, streamlined process to what this is. So let's get into it. It is alignment. And I know for a lot of you, you hear about alignment all the time, right? And I think that some people have even glamorized alignment and what alignment actually is. But alignment actually equals sales and sustainable sales. And if you have not built a business that is in alignment to your life, to your future, to your goals, to the life that you want to live, you will get to this certain point in your business where you're ready to burn it all down because it does not work for you. It isn't sustainable. It's not growing with you in your life. And I know this because I did it. I built a virtual assistant OBM business, then an agency, and I was so intertwined in the agency. I was working 40 to 60 hour weeks. I was completely burnt out. I hated the business model. It did not align with the life I wanted to live. I was just genuinely didn't like the business model. But then when I went into coaching, I did one-to-one coaching, low ticket and courses. And I was like, I also hate this because it feels like I'm trading so much time for money, which is the exact reason I wanted to leave service providing to begin with, was to have a sustainable, scalable business model that didn't require a lot of my time. I'm a mom. I have 2 kids at home. I'm a wife. Like I really wanted freedom, but I also wanted a life where I do get to have that time with my kids. So I needed a business model that worked for that. I wanted it to work on quote unquote limited time while still making lots and lots of impact. So the number one thing you need to focus on before worrying about sales and offers and all the things is, what do you actually want your life to look like? Do you know? What do you want your life to look like 10 years from now? So many of you I see in 2 different brackets. There's part of you that are big, big, big dreamers. Like you can dream 10 years down the road, 20 years down the road. You know what your life's going to look like. You have really, really big goals, but you don't actually put in daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, yearly strategies to get there. You just focus on this really big vision. And then the other part of you are only focused on the day-to-day, but you're not focused on the big vision. And in my program in Coach School, the focus is both. It's the long-term big vision. What are we working towards? While also, what are we doing every day, every week, every month, quarter, year, etc., to get to the actual goal? Because having a big dream is great, right? Like I love that for you. So many of you are visionaries, but having that without a plan is a dream, right? And then just doing the day to day, hoping that one day you hit this magical thing that you don't even know what it exists is fucking delusional. Like let's be real, okay? So the life first business model that I teach, this is what I teach. It's what I have not only learned, but then like morphed over the years from my own life. And truly, truly believe this is like the number one way to create sustainability is that it's based around your life and your life first. That if you're a mom, if you have young kids, that it's based around that first. If your kids are a little bit older, they're in school, they're in sports, it's obviously based around that and doctor's appointments and all the things that kids require. The reason being is because otherwise you're going to trap yourself into what feels like a job that doesn't give you time and freedom and flexibility to be with your kids and do sports and sporting events and take off when they're sick and not worry that you can't build or grow your business because you're having to be a mom first. So for me, it was all about like the freedom and the flexibility week to week. So no matter what happens with my children or what comes up or what sports they're going to be in the next years or doctor's appointments or whatever, my business has the flexibility where I can take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 days off and nothing happens, right? Because the reason is because I have strategies in place for leads. I have strategies in place for what to do with those leads. I have offers in place. I have content scheduled for weeks and months on end that my business is still running with or without me. Now, do I have clients I have to coach weekly? Yeah, I do. But I can also say to my clients, hey, guess what? I have really sick kids. I have to be off for this week. So we will make up all calls next week. I will pop into Slack a few times. If I can't do that, my team will pop into Slack. And also, I have very, very understanding clients because I have created such trust with them that I always show up for them. I literally always, always, always show up for my clients. I am very consistent with how I show up with my clients. And because of that, I have built the trust of my clients that if I had to take a week off for my kids, they would understand. Not only are they women, not only are they mothers, but again, because I built that with them. So I think specifically about a time a couple years ago when my grandfather in Texas was sick and I had to literally drop everything at the drop of a hat. He was in ICU. I had to go pick up my mom and we packed up the car and drove to Texas literally that day. It was like within hours of finding out. And I had to tell my clients like, hey, I have to take an emergency trip to Texas. I think it was like a Wednesday. I will be back Monday. No big deal. And I took my time. Everyone was so grateful and understanding. And I came back on Monday. Same with maternity leave. I took an extended maternity leave. My clients knew it was coming. I gave them a heads up. I was very transparent about that process and what it was going to look like and what they would get in the meantime during and support. And we put that in place and we were good to go, right? So this business model and what we talk about a lot in coach school is like we did have a student that was going to be on maternity leave. It's like, do we have guest coaches come in for your program or what pieces do we put in place? But it's all about transparency also with your clients. This is what builds sustainability. And we're also very transparent about like, hey, during the holidays, the end of the year, we take off 3 weeks between December and January. I've done it every single year for 3-4 years now. And that's what our team does. And when you join our programs, it's very transparent that at the end of the year, we're going to take 3 weeks off. And then guess what? Nobody's going to die from not getting coaching for 3 weeks. You still have the self-paced portal. You still can watch all of your trainings. You can post in Slack. You still have the community that you guys can rely on. But me and the team are taking 3 weeks off to enjoy the holidays, enjoy family travel, and then get reset up for the next year. But again, it's transparency that we give to leads, that we give to our community, and that we give to our clients. Now let's talk about on the other side of this, which is building a business that works for you. So once you have the exercise for today, your guys' quote unquote homework for the week is to know what is your long-term vision? Where do you see yourself in the next 5-10 years? What do you want your life to look like? What are all the things you hope to achieve in that time period? How much money do you want to make? Where do you want to live? What do you want your house to look like? Where will your kids be? Will your kids be in high school, college? Will they be getting married? What do you want your life to look like when it comes to being ingrained with your kids? Will you want to travel more? Will you want to retire? Will you want to retire a partner? Like really getting fine-tuned on your future and your life and what you want it to look like and why you want it to look like that. And do you want to have a really big business? Do you want to have a really big brand, or do you want it to be micro? Like, do you want to just sustain it for years on end, but you don't actually want to grow it? Do you imagine yourself having a team? Do you imagine yourself being debt free? Like, what are all those micro pieces of your life that you want your life to be in 5 to 10 years? And then why? Once you have done that, then it's getting clear on like, okay, Now let's go to like, what are the steps to get there? If I were to work backwards or even start right now, what do I imagine this looks like? Let's say I'm going to pay my debt. Okay, how much debt do you have? How much does it cost to run your business? How much does it cost to live your life? So based on those three numbers, how much money do you actually need to make every month, every year to sustain your life, sustain your business, pay off your debt, and also maybe put some money into savings, right? So the more clear we get on all of these components, the easier it is to make decisions on how much money you actually want to make. Instead of guessing how much money you want to make, you actually have a number and you have a why behind that number. And then you use that number to then create offers. Because here's the thing. So many of you want a six-figure business and you have a $200 offer. Do you know how many clients and how many leads that you need in your business to hit six figures with a $200 offer? Most of you not only are not capable of doing this because of how much reach you would need, but also you don't have the time. Like you genuinely do not have the time. You would need 500 clients a year paying you $200 to hit six figures. I don't know about you, but I'm not signing 500 clients a year and I'm not coaching 500 clients a year and I don't want to. Our goal for a $1 million business or a little bit over $1 million business is 155 clients for the year. 155 clients for the year, which is on average 12 to 13 people signed up for our offer per month for $1 million company. I cannot imagine 500 clients to hit six figures. I would literally die. So many of you, though, do not have your signature offer in place. You don't have a high ticket offer in place. You're scared of high ticket. You're scared to niche down. You're scared to make decisions, but you want a six-figure business. And the difference between wanting a six-figure business and hoping for it and actually doing what it takes to attain it are two completely different things. And I know this because it was literally me. This was me. For the first 5 years in business, I desperately wanted to be a six-figure earner. Now, why? I don't know. That was just like the magic number. Yeah, sure. I wanted to pay debt. I wanted to feel financially, quote unquote, better about my financial situation. But I just really, really wanted it. Like I really, really wanted it really bad. However, who I was being, how I was acting, how I was operating my business, how I was making decisions, how I wasn't making decisions, my offers, the way that I was showing up or wasn't showing up, and the little money I was willing to invest, very little, if any risk I was willing to take did not at all match a six-figure business. It just didn't. I was in imposter syndrome. I was spending all of my time doing busy work and or scrolling social media, consuming content and freebies and all the things. I was not making big investments. I wasn't willing to get in the room. Even if I did get in the room, I was scared to speak up. I was scared to like be very bold. I wasn't creating high ticket offers. Like literally nothing I was doing matched that of a six-figure business, right? So when we're doing these long-term visions and then we're doing like, what do we need to do to get there? I also want you to put into this homework is like, who do I need to become and what decisions do I need to make and what fears do I need to let go of in order to actually have a six-figure or multi-six-figure business? Because the truth is those are going to be all the roadblocks. Even if you have the strategies between where you are right now and where you're going. If you actually want a six-figure business, it's about the strategies and it's also about who you become in the meantime. And it's about how you're willing to operate your life and business completely different than you ever have right now. And for some of you, you won't be cut out to do that. Like you will not be cut out to constantly be judged and constantly hear feedback and have people upset with you and have people not like you. And until you can overcome those things and it truly, truly, truly doesn't bother you or hold you back from success, you're going to stay where you're at. Or you're going to have small growth, but it's never going to be this big, big growth that you dream of until you're willing to let that shit go. Okay? So not every episode's of course going to be this long. We did a lot of intro up until this point. However, over the next 6 weeks, I will be dropping episodes all about getting clients. I will be giving you many homework assignments and I will be sending out content and emails in the meantime about these episodes and in the homework and all the things we're talking about. In the show notes, there's the link to get the Get Clients Now course. There's the link to all of my offers to either sign up for offers, join the membership, join Offer Bootcamp, or get on wait lists. And as always, thank you guys so much for listening, and I will chat with you on the next episode.